The air was thick with dread. A bone-chilling wind howled through the ancient oaks. Their skeletal branches clawed at the night sky. I stood before a dilapidated Victorian mansion. Its windows, like vacant eyes, stared back at me. This was no ordinary house. This was a place of shadows and whispers, a place where fear took form. I had come seeking the truth. What I found was an experience that would forever haunt my soul. The house stood on a hill overlooking the town. Locals whispered tales of tragedy and madness. They spoke of a family torn apart by greed and betrayal. Their souls, they said, were trapped within the decaying walls. I had heard these stories. I had dismissed them as folklore. But as I stepped across the threshold, a cold shiver ran down my spine. The air grew heavy, as if an unseen presence had entered the room. The scent of decay permeated the air. Dust motes danced in the pale moonlight, filtering through grimy windows. Each footstep echoed through the cavernous halls, amplifying the silence that hung heavy in the air. I felt a presence. Something was watching me. I could feel its eyes on my back, cold and calculating. Fear, primal and instinctive, began to grip my heart. In 2025, haunted houses are more popular than ever. People crave the adrenaline rush. They seek the thrill of the unknown. It's a primal instinct, this fascination with fear. We are drawn to the darkness, to the things that go bump in the night. Perhaps it's a way to confront our deepest fears, to stare death in the face and emerge victorious. Or maybe it's simply the thrill of the ride. Whatever the reason, haunted houses offer a unique form of entertainment. They allow us to step outside of our comfort zones. We can confront our fears in a safe and controlled environment. But what happens when the line between entertainment and reality blurs? What happens when the shadows whisper back? The house I was investigating was different. This wasn't some cheap thrill ride. This was real. The energy within its walls was palpable. It was a darkness that seeped into your bones, chilling you to the core. I had been in my fair share of haunted locations. I had seen things that would make most people run for the hills. But this house was different. The house had a dark history. Built in the late 1800s, it had been home to a wealthy family, the Blackwoods. The patriarch, a ruthless businessman, had made his fortune through questionable means. Rumors of treachery and deceit followed him to his grave. His wife, a beautiful but fragile woman, had succumbed to madness within these very walls. Their only child, a young boy, had vanished without a trace. Some said the boy had run away. Others whispered of darker deeds. They said the boy's spirit still haunted the house, searching for his parents. As I moved deeper into the house, the stories echoed in my mind. I could feel the weight of their tragedy pressing down on me. The air grew colder, the shadows deeper. I reached the boy's room. It was a small, dusty space with a single window overlooking the front yard. A child's toys lay scattered across the floor, frozen in time. I felt a cold spot directly in the center of the room. The air crackled with static electricity. I knew then that I was not alone. I spent hours in that house, documenting every cold spot, every unexplained noise. I captured EVPs, ghostly voices whispering from beyond the veil. I saw shadows move in the periphery of my vision. But it was the feeling, the overwhelming sense of dread that stayed with me. Leaving the house that night, I felt a weight lift from my shoulders, but the experience left an indelible mark on my psyche. The fear I felt was real, visceral. It was a fear that lingered long after the cameras stopped rolling. People seek out haunted houses for the thrill, for the adrenaline rush, but true fear, that's something you can't replicate. It's the fear of the unknown, the fear of that which we cannot explain. It's the fear that stays with you long after the lights come on, and sometimes it's a fear that follows you home.